We'll take Bandhan with love, not in a hurry, as Mataji has explained several times. Attention in your heart, establishing Sri Mataji in your heart. We pray with all the love we can gather. Sri Mataji, O Divine Goddess, Mother, please give us your divine permission to be able to meditate, to be able to be citizen of your divine kingdom, to be able to be in your divine protection, Chhatrachaya, as we say. Sri Mataji, please put your feet in our heart. Let your feet be worshipped in our heart. Mataji, please establish your lotus feet in our heart. We pray this is the Shuddha Ichcha, the pure desire we have, Sri Mataji. Please establish your lotus feet in our heart. With all the grace, how would we put feet of the goddess in our heart? We bow down to the lotus feet. Attention on the Muladhara Chakra, an abode of Sri Ganesha. And we start with Nirmal Ganesha Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmal Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mata Ji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Param Pujya Shri Mataji, Hey Parameshwari, you who are Sri Ganesha, please bless us by enlightening and establishing the Ganesha principle within us. Please give us the innocence, the chastity, the wisdom, and the auspiciousness like Sri Ganesha. Shri Mataji, please open all the four petals of the Muladhara Chakra. Attention on the Mooladhara. Here we say Kundalini Gauri Mata Sakshat. All these mantras, please say from your heart. No rush. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kundalini Gauri Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mata Ji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Shri Mataji, your reflection is within all of us as the Mother Kundalini. Please awaken our Mother Kundalini. Shri Mataji, please awaken. Let the Mother Kundalini rise and pierce through all the chakras. Attention on the liver, which is the home of attention, where attention resides. Chitteshwari Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Chitteshwari Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Mataji, you are the goddess of attention. Please give us the pure attention, the Nirmala Chitta. Shri Mataji, please take away all the excess heat. And Shri Mataji, please establish your feet in our attention. Please take us to your feet, Shri Mataji. Left Swadhisthana, Nirmal Vidya Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmal Vidya Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Shri Mataji, please, in all our freedom, we ask, we request, we pray to you to please give us the, the pure power of love, pure knowledge of the Nirmal Vidya. We have to ask here. Attention on the left heart, abode of the spirit. Shri Mataji, please enlighten our spirit and let this light of our spirit shine in our attention, and we become the pure instruments of your divine love. Shri Mataji, please enlighten our spirit. Take the mantra of Sri Shiva Parvati Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shiva Parvati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Raising the attention on the Agya. Shri Mataji, we forgive everyone. By your grace, the way you have forgiven us, we forgive everyone. Shri Mataji, in your compassion, in your love, we forgive everyone. Not a lip service, Shri Mataji. By our heart, we forgive everyone. Shri Jesus Mary Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Jesus Mary Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. At the Sahasra, let's take the three great Mahamantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Triguణatmika Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदि शक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीकल्की साक्षात् श्रीसहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माता जी श्रीनिर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। Behold Shri Mataji at your Sahasra. As we say, Nihariye, like look at her with all adoration, with all the respect. Stretch your right hand and put it on the Sahasrar, the center of the palm. Press it and we rotate the scalp clockwise. Shri Mataji, Hey Param Pujya Shri Mataji, Hey Parameshwari, please give us thoughtless and doubtless awareness. Nirvichara Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Shri Mataji, please take us to your feet. And Shri Mataji, please establish our self-realization. Shri Mataji, please allow us, please choose us to be your instruments. This is our pure desire, Shri Mataji. Lift the hand little above the Sahasrara. Keeping the attention there, bring back the hand on your lap. We'll sit in this state for a while.
on the Ida Nadi. Today we have gathered here to do puja to Bhairavnath. I think we have not understood the significance of Bhairavnath, who runs up and down on the Ida Nadi.
Oggi, can I make the translation, Shrimataji?
Please.
Yes. Oggi ci siamo qui riuniti per celebrare il puja a Sri Bhairavanath e forse non abbiamo compreso appieno il significato della funzione di Bhairavanath che va su e giù per l'Ida Nadi.
Ida Nadi is the Nadi of Chandrama, is of the moon.
Ida Nadi è il canale di Chandrama, cioè della luna.
So, this is a channel for us to cool down.
Quindi questo canale è lì perché possa rinfrescarci.
So the work of Bhairavnathji is to cool us down.
Quindi il suo lavoro, il lavoro di Bhairavnathji è per rinfrescarci.
For example, people have a hot temper with their ego, with their liver, whatever it is.
Per esempio certa gente ci sono persone colleriche a causa dell'ego, a causa del fegato.
And if a person is in a big temper, then Bhairavnath plays tricks on that person
E
to cool him down.
quindi se una persona è molto collerica, Bhairavnath gli gioca dei trucchi per rinfrescarlo.
He organizes everything under his own control, with Gana's help, with Ganapati's help, to cool down your temperament, to give you a balance.
E quindi lui organizza tutto con l'aiuto dei Ganas e degli angeli, tiene tutto sotto il suo controllo per rinfrescarci.
So if somebody is a very hot-tempered person and he crosses all the limits of his temper, then somehow or other Bhairavnath will organize, also with the help of Hanumana, to show that this stupidity of anger is no good.
Per esempio, se c'è una persona che va oltre i limiti dell'ego nella sua collera, nel suo temperamento collerico, Bhairavnath, insieme anche all'aiuto di Hanumana, organizza le cose in modo tale per mostrargli quanto sia stupido essere così.
So, for example, people who are depressed or who become left-sided, Hanumana tries to help them to come out of it, no doubt. But also Bhairavnath helps them very much more to come out of it.
Per esempio, per quanto riguarda le persone invece di lato sinistro che sono più depresse, naturalmente vengono aiutate molto da Hanumana, ma soprattutto vengono aiutate da Bhairavanath.
Now, a person who is left-sided cannot be collective.
Per esempio, una persona che è di lato sinistro non può essere collettiva.
It is very difficult for a person who is very left-sided, who is all the time feeling very sad, unhappy and worried, cannot enjoy the fun of collectivity.
Per esempio, se una persona è molto di lato sinistro, sempre triste, depressa o preoccupata, questa persona avrà difficoltà a essere nella collettività, a gioire della collettività.
While a hot-tempered person, right-sided person, does not enjoy any collectivity, doesn't allow anybody to enjoy collectivity, no doubt, but tries to be in the collective, that he can assert.
Invece una persona di lato destro, una persona di tipo collerico, non permetterà a nessuno di gioire della collettività, però amerà stare, cercherà di stare nella collettività per potersi mettere in mostra.
Because such a person tries to show the superiority, is something superior. Naturally, he cannot enjoy
Perché
the collective.
e questa persona non può gioire naturalmente della collettività, però cercherà la collettività per mostrare agli altri in un certo senso la sua superiorità.
On the contrary, the person who is depressed all the time thinks, nobody loves me, nobody cares for me, I am so depressed, this, that. All the time expecting from others something, also cannot enjoy the collective.
Invece la persona di lato sinistro pensa sempre, ma io non valgo niente, nessuno si occupa di me, cerca sempre che qualcuno lo aiuti nella collettività e così anche lei non gioisce della collettività.
Such a left-sided person will find everything is something unhappy.
E questo tipo di persona trova sempre la scusa di essere infelice in qualsiasi situazione.
Like the other day, I went to Moscow. There was a lady with us who was a Sajogini, left-sided Sajogini.
Per esempio, l'altro giorno ero a Mosca e c'era una signora che era una Sahaja Yogini ed era un tipo left side.
So we went to have our food and it started raining and they couldn't get a taxi.
E allora eravamo andati a mangiare da qualche parte e allora ha iniziato a piovere e così nessuno poteva prendere il taxi.
But then a car came in and we went there.
Poi arrivò un'automobile e così siamo potuti andare.
Then they said that you are very late, so you have to sit on the other side. You have to take the seats, which were more expensive.
E così dissero, ma vedete, voi siete in ritardo e allora dovete sedervi in un altro posto dove è più caro.
So this lady started saying, what all problems, no taxi, it is raining and we can't get a seat.
E allora questa signora ha cominciato a dire, ma guarda quanti problemi, non abbiamo preso il taxi, ha cominciato a piovere, non troviamo neanche il posto a sedere.
I said, this is all fun. This is not something a problem. This problem, our word should be given up.
E Srimadaji disse, no, ma questo è tutto per divertimento, non è un vero problema, questa parola problema deve essere proprio eliminata.
This is a new word I have learnt because problem we used to use only for geometry in our young age.
Questa parola problema è stata una parola nuova per me quando sono venuta in Occidente perché quando ero piccola la usavamo soltanto per i problemi di geometria.
Now, this sort of a attitude, negative attitude, to find everything negative is the way we really spoil our left side.
Adesso questa strana attitudine di vedere tutto in negativo, di vedere la negatività dappertutto anche.
But then a gentleman who had invited us came and he said, we are sitting on the other side waiting for you.
E quindi questa attitudine rovina il lato sinistro veramente. Ma poi cosa successe? Accadde che è venuto un signore e dice, ma noi stavamo seduti dall'altra parte e vi stavamo aspettando.
So we went to the other side, enjoyed nice food, everything was fine. She said, see now, you were only counting how many negative things there are.
E così Srimadaji disse a questa signora, ma vedi, hai visto tutte queste cose negative, invece tutto è andato bene.
And you were not seeing the fun.
quindi contavi soltanto le cose negative che succedevano senza vedere il divertimento.
So she asked me, what should I do? I said, you take Bhairava's name.
E allora lei mi chiese, allora che dovrei fare? E Shri
And-
Mataji disse, di il nome di Shri Bhairava.
Sit with your left hand towards the photograph and right hand on the Mother Earth. And that's how all your bhoots of negativity will go away.
E siediti con la mano sinistra verso la fotografia e con la mano destra sulla madre terra ed è così che tutti i tuoi boots se ne scapperanno.
So Bhairava always has a light in his hand, always light in his hand.
E quindi vedete che Bhairava è sempre rappresentato con una luce nella mano.
And he runs up and down Ida Nadi to make light for you to see that there's nothing negative.
E corre su e giù per l'Ida Nadi con una luce per farvi vedere che tutto è a posto, non c'è niente di negativo.
And this negativity comes to us by many ways.
E questa negatività viene a noi in molti modi.
One of the negativities are that this is mine.
E una delle negatività è quella che ci fa pensare questo è mio.
Like my child, my husband, my property, my.
Per esempio mio figlio, mio marito, la mia proprietà, tutto mio.
So then, you see, once you get attached in this manner, what you find that your children also become negative.
Quando voi rimanete attaccati in questa maniera, voi vi accorgete che poi anche i vostri figli diventano negativi.
But if you want to be positive, it is very easy.
Ma se voi volete essere positivi, è molto semplice.
And for that, you should see where is your attention.
E per raggiungere questo voi dovreste vedere dov'è la vostra attenzione.
Are you only seeing problema or you are seeing some fun in it?
State vedendo soltanto i problemi oppure vi state accorgendo anche del divertimento che questo crea?
There are people who cannot make fun out of anything.
Ci sono persone che non sanno divertirsi a niente.
If it's a sunny day, they'll cry, oh God, what a sunny day.
Se è un giorno di sole cominciano a piangere e dicono mamma mia che sole.
And if it is a day with clouds, they'll say, oh, what a day.
Se ci sono le nuvole invece dicono ah ci sono le nuvole, che giornata.
Nothing can please them.
E niente può fargli piacere.
But to enjoy the positivity in every negativity is the capacity of a Sahaja-yogi.
Ma gioire della positività in qualsiasi situazione anche negativa è la qualità del Sahaja Yogi.
The negativity doesn't exist. It's an ignorance.
Perché la negatività non esiste, perché è solo ignoranza.
Also, it's not ignorance, because ignorance also doesn't exist. If everything is the all-pervading power, then how can there be ignorance?
Ma non è neanche ignoranza, perché se tutto è il potere onnipervadente, allora come può esistere anche solo l'ignoranza?
But supposing in the folds of this power, if you hide, run away, you will say that there is negativity.
Ma se voi vi nascondete dalle cascate di questo potere, voi allora vi troverete nella negatività.
Like you hide yourself in a cave, close it properly, and say that there is no sun.
È come se voi vi chiudeste in una caverna per benino e diceste, beh, qui non c'è il sole. Non
So
esiste.
those people who cannot become collective are either right-sided or left-sided, but more left-sided.
E così quelle persone che non riescono a diventare collettive sono o di lato sinistro o di lato destro, ma soprattutto sono di lato sinistro.
But left-sided people can be collective in negativity.
Però le persone di lato sinistro riescono a essere collettive, ma nella negatività.
There is a very big fraternity of bhoots.
C'è una grande fraternità di boots fra di loro.
You see, some drunkards sitting together.
Per esempio ci sono degli ubriaconi, si siedono insieme.
They are saying, see, there's so many problem, ecological problem. They are drunkards, all drunk. And there are problems of other kinds. When will this end?
E cominciano a parlare fra di loro, sono completamente ubriachi e dicono quanti problemi ci sono problemi ecologici, problemi di qua, problemi di là.
So the another one says, wait. I have heard that the whole world is going to collapse very soon.
E allora arriva un altro, dicono quando finiranno questi problemi? Allora arriva un altro, dice sentite, ho sentito proprio adesso che il mondo crollerà molto presto.
Then the third one says, thank God we are going to be collapsed, finished.
E allora il terzo dice grazie a Dio tutto finirà.
Then fourth one says, but what will happen to our pubs?
E il quarto dice invece ma che succederà ai nostri pubs?
They say it's all right if we are not existing, what does it matter?
E l'altro dice ma che importanza ha, tanto se non esistiamo non ha importanza.
That's how the fraternity of the Bhoots act.
Ecco come agisce la fraternità dei Bhoots.
They cannot see fun at all. They cannot enjoy at all.
Non riescono a vedere il gioco, non riescono a gioire di niente.
And they become very sort of think they are very meditative, they are some higher people, they are something superior in negativity.
E cominciano a starsene da soli, come a pensare di essere delle persone superiori che se ne stanno sempre a meditare nella negatività.
End of these people is that they become lunatics.
Ma la fine di queste persone è che poi diventano lunatiche.
While the end of the right side they become idiotic.
Mentre la fine dei lati destri è che finiscono per essere idioti.
Once I went to a lunatic asylum.
Una volta sono andata in un manicomio.
And while going there I met a lady and she was quite all right. I mean, I thought she was a quite all right woman, so I started talking to her.
E mentre stavo andando lì parlavo con una signora, sembrava abbastanza a posto, allora ho cominciato a parlarle.
And she started talking very wisely. See, my brother-in-law is there, and isn't it necessary that he should be helped, and we should not do this, that, all kinds of things she was telling me.
E lei, questa signora, ha cominciato a parlare a Srimataji dicendole molte cose, per esempio, mio cognato sta lì, certo dovrebbe essere aiutato e così.
Showing me as if she was very nice and kind, and no one loves her.
E si mostrava a Srimataji come se lei fosse molto saggia, molto gentile, mentre nessuno poi le voleva bene.
And she said, I'm very insecure and this and that.
E lei diceva, io sono molto insicura, eccetera.
Suddenly the doctor came in.
E poi il dottore arrivò.
And she started abusing him, shouting at him. I said, what's this?
E lei cominciò a insultarlo, a strillargli addosso. E Srimataji disse, ma che succede?
So the doctor sent for people that catch hold of this woman. He told me she's the most violent lunatic.
E allora il dottore mi dice Srimataji, ma questa donna è la lunatica più violenta che ci sia.
Why are you talking to her?
Perché sta parlando con lei?
I did have a headache, but I didn't know she was a lunatic.
Srimataji dice, io avevo in effetti il mal di testa, però non sapevo che fosse una lunatica lei.
Maybe in my presence as Bhoot might have little bit run away and were playing tricks, but you can see that clearly.
Può darsi che alla mia presenza i Bhoot se ne erano scappati momentaneamente, ma si poteva vedere chiaramente però.
So this emotional attachments too much and to emotionally to worry about somebody that this is my child, this is my this thing, this is this and this is that, and all the time wasting your precious life in these things is not the way a Sahaja Yogi should live.
E quindi questa attitudine di starsi sempre a preoccupare di qualcuno, essere sempre così, queste preoccupazioni, non è il modo in cui dovrebbe essere un saggio yogi.
If a Sahajogi cannot become collective, then know that he is not a Sahajogi.
Se un sahaja yogi non riesce a diventare collettivo, beh, sappiate che non è un sahaja yogi.
So, one has to know that this is the work of Bhairavanath within us.
Così dovreste sapere che questo è il lavoro di Bhairavanath dentro di noi.
And another work that he gives us light in darkness is that he destroys all the bhuts within us.
Un altro lavoro che lui svolge e che porta luce dentro di noi è quello per cui lui distrugge i bhuts dentro di noi
And all kinds of bhutish ideas
e tutte le idee bhutish
and funny ideas about attachments
e distrugge tutte le strane idee sugli attaccamenti
and also the depressiveness.
e la depressione.
So today I'm very happy that we are worshipping Sri Bhairava because he is very much connected with Ganesha.
Così oggi sono molto contenta che adoreremo Sri Bhairava perché lui è anche molto connesso con Ganesha.
As you know, Sri Ganesha is at the Muladhara, and while Bhairava moves on to the left side and goes to the right side.
Come sapete, Sri Ganesha risiede nel Muladhara, mentre Bhairava si muove sul lato sinistro e va a finire sul lato destro della
So
testa.
all kinds of conditionings, all kinds of habits can be conquered through the help of Bhairavanath.
E quindi ogni genere di condizionamento può essere risolto con l'aiuto di Bhairavanath.
In Nepal, we have a very huge big Bhairavanath statue which is really Swambhu.
In Nepal esiste una enorme statua di Bhairavanath che in effetti è uno Swayambhu
And people are more left sided, so they are afraid of Bhairavanath.
e la gente è per lo più left side lì, per cui hanno paura di Bhairavanath.
So if somebody has a bad habit, say of stealing, they take him to in front of Bhairavanath and put his light there, make a flame.
Per esempio, se qualcuno ha l'abitudine di rubare e va di fronte alla statua di Bhairavanath e mette come una fiamma,
I mean, the police takes them, and then they ask him, now say before Bhairavanath, confess it.
lo portano davanti alla statua di Bhairavanath e gli ordinano di confessare il furto
And they confess
e lo confessano.
what wrong they have done. So he protects us also from doing wrong things, sly things like thieving.
E così lui ci protegge impedendoci di fare delle cose sbagliate, come rubare, per esempio.
Whatever we think we can do secretly can be hidden, but you cannot hide it from Bhairavanath.
Qualsiasi cosa che noi pensiamo di poter fare segretamente, non potrà essere segreto a
If you,
Bhairavanath.
if you don't change, then he exposes you completely.
E se voi non cambiate, lui a un certo momento vi svergogna pubblicamente.
That's how he has exposed all the horrible false gurus.
Ed è così che lui ha svergognato tutti i falsi guru.
So today we are here to worship this great deity of Bhairavanatha who incarnated on this earth later on.
E quindi oggi siamo qui per venerare Bhairavanatha che si è incarnato su questa terra più tardi,
Ultimately as Mahavira also.
si è incarnato come Mahavira.
So he stands on the gate of hell
Quindi lui sta alle porte dell'inferno
and stops people from falling into hell.
e impedisce alla gente di cadere nell'inferno.
But if you want to go to hell, if it is your desire, it's your willpower like that working, that I should go to hell, then he says, all right, you can go.
Ma se il vostro desiderio è di andarvene all'inferno, lui vi dice prego, prego.
But as you know, now the Hell is also full of people.
Ma voi sapete che l'inferno è anche pieno di gente.
So it's better that we should try to fight our negativity and become fun loving, enjoying others, loving others.
E così è molto meglio che noi cominciamo a gioire della collettività e diventare amorevoli e gioiosi, divertenti.
Not worrying about what others are doing to you, but only thinking what good you can do to others.
Senza starsi a preoccupare di quello che gli altri fanno a noi, ma invece preoccupandosi di che cosa possiamo fare noi per gli altri.
So today's special puja for Bhairavnath we offer.
Quindi oggi offriamo questo puja speciale a Bhairavanath,
To give us a sense to laugh, to enjoy, to have fun.
perché ci dia perché ci ispiri a gioire, a divertirci e a essere amorevoli.
May God bless you all.
Che Dio vi benedica tutti.
Left hand towards Shri Mataji. Right hand on Mother Earth. And we'll take the full mantra of Sri Bhairavnath. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Bhairavnath Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Shri Mahavira Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahavira Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Bring back the right hand on your lap. We'll meditate for some time.
Shri Bhairava. Shri Bhairava. Shri Bhairava. Shri Bhairava.
Today we are going to celebrate the birthday of Mahavira. Mahavira is the incarnation of Bhairavnath, or you call him at Saint Michael. Now these two saints, as you know, one is the Gabriel, Hanumana, and another is Saint Michael. One is placed on the Pingala Nadi and another one, Saint Michael, on the Ida Nadi. So, Mahavira had to go through lots of search. Of course, he was a angel, but came as human being. And he had to find out the thing of the left side and how the left side acts. It's a very complicated thing, left side. It's much more complicated than right side. On the left side, we have also 7 nadis. And these 7 nadis are placed one after another. They are described in books and given different names to them. Now these 7 nadis that are on the left side, as you know, they cater to our past. Say, for example, every moment becomes a past. Every present becomes a past. Then we have past of this lifetime. And also we have past of our previous lives. Then all the past is built in within us since our creation. So all these psychosomatic diseases, as you know, are only triggered by the entities that appear from the left side. For a person, supposing he is suffering, say, from liver trouble, and suddenly he is attacked from the left side, especially Muladhara, or any left side, left navi. Because Muladhara is the only one that is connected with the left side, Ida Nadi, and the right side, Pingala Nadi, is connected to Swadhisthana. So the problems of Muladhara are really beyond the reach of human beings. And when it is attacked, any one of these chakras on the left-hand side, then psychosomatic diseases occur into human beings. As I have told you many times, now this is the center, this is another center, left and right. They are on top of each other. Using the right side too much goes up to a point and suddenly something happens on the left, triggers. So all diseases, say even diabetes, is due to the psychosomatic effect. A person who is very hard-working, thinks too much, very right-sided, suddenly something happens, maybe also he might inherit that diabetes because of the past, and it triggers, and you get this psychosomatic problem. Now this psychosomatic problem is only cured if you know what's the problem of the left side. So Mahavira went quite deep onto the left side. Why I said it's difficult, the left side, is because when you start moving on the left side, the movement becomes linear, of course, but it moves downward. While the movement on the right side moves upward. So the movement goes down like that. And then it coils up, forms coils. And you go on moving with it, so you are lost in the coil. But the other one moves upward and the coils are not so many. And because it is upward, it's easy to get out of it. So those people who go to the left by any chance, by thinking too much about their past, crying about themselves and always complaining, are more difficult than the people on the right side. But the right side people are troublesome to others, while the left side people are troublesome to themselves. That's how this left side was to be found out properly, was done by Mahavira. Of course, he knew also, I think, all about it. So he has mentioned practically in details lots of things that can happen to a person who goes to the left side. He gave the idea of hell. He also described 7 types of hell. I mean, it's so horrible that I don't want to tell you what is hell is. It's horrifyingly cruel, horrifyingly joyless, and horrifyingly so repulsive that you hate yourself when you understand you have committed this mistake, you have committed this paap, this sin, and then what is the result? What you get, the punishment part. Mahavira worked it out, everything. He has given in all details what sort of punishment is due to a human being who tries to be left-sided. Also he has given about the person who is right-sided, but not to that extent, because he had to deal with the combination, but mostly with the left side. Now, I have told many people before, and here also I perhaps maybe, that there is a soul that is made out of the causal bodies of all the 5 elements. The causal, say for example, of the earth is fragrance. So this soul, which is made of the 5 causal bodies and your centers, plus we can say also it has got the control over the parasympathetic. It sits on the spinal cord from outside and activates the parasympathetic nervous system. So it has a connection with every center. Now this is the soul when we die, with the Kundalini and our spirit goes into the sky. And it is the soul that guides now the movement of our being, whatever is left now, into a new being, and that's how it works out. So everything that we have done so far is recorded in that soul. When you were asking me whether we see some sort of round things, you see, lying together, what is that? I told you this is a dead soul. And now they have found out what I have told them. Because, see, when a person dies, his soul shows you, like even now you can see, round things. There could be many, there could be one, a string. And they saw it under microscope when I told them that the soul within us is reflected on the cell, which is the reflector of every cell. So the part of the cell which is the reflector, which is placed on one side of the cell, also has this soul reflected, and the main soul, which is on the back, controls that reflected soul which looks after every cell. Now they have found out that there is in that reflector this kind of 7 loops. 7 loops because it sits on the 7 chakras and the Muladhara. Now what he found out that when people die, then some of the souls are born again just after a few days. These people are just very ordinary type of people. That's how we brought in a kind of category. So they are the people who have died. They are of a category, one category, where they exist for a very short time in the collective subconscious, and then they take their rebirth. They are very ordinary people, aimless, useless people. But there are some souls, when they die, they just hang in the air and they are just waiting to find out somebody who will fulfill their desires which are not yet fulfilled. Like there's a drunkard, and a drunkard can join another human being who is living who would like to drink. So once he starts getting this So once it starts getting into the habit of drinking, some of these souls can just jump on that person. And when they jump on that person, they can make him a real drunkard. I remember of a lady who was a very short, petite person, came from Cuba, in America when I went first. And she told me that she is very sick of herself. Her husband told me that she can take 1 whiskey bottle full, neat sometimes. Looked at her, such a little thing, I said, how can she do it? So I put a bandhan on her and I saw a huge, big Negro standing behind her. So I said, do you know some Negro? Immediately she jumped on me. She said, Mother, you see that one? You see that one? That's the one who drinks, not me. Of course, I cured her, and after that she gave up drinking completely. So, whenever you start getting into a habit in a bad way, you lose complete control of yourself, and a spirit sits on you and it controls you. And when it controls you, you do not know how to get rid of any habit. That's why it's difficult to get rid of habits. Now, in Sahaja Yoga, when the Kundalini rises, what happens? That the spirits, these dead spirits, leave you and you become all right. And you give up. That's how it works. I would say that all this Mahavira did not tell, nor did he find out all these things, because he was not a scientist, I think, or I don't know why. But what he has talked about is the hell. And he has said that if you do this kind of a thing in your lifetime, then what kind of a hell you will get. And he has described the hell in a very, I should say, openly and in a very detailed manner. And it's really horrible to know that a human being who thinks so of himself ultimately will get to that kind of a hell, and some are permanently doomed to be there. But as incarnations take birth, also these devils, some of them who are completely doomed to live in hell, also take their birth. And when they take their birth, they try to trouble us. And they can take birth as you know, as our gurus and things and everything is happening now. You find it how these people are taking their birth and how they are misleading us. How they are using the left swadhisthana, or we can call it the left side, just to immobilize us completely. So when a person is possessed, as you must have seen, a person gets possessed, he cannot feel vibrations. There are all kinds of symptoms about such a person. But in Sahaja Yoga, what do? Is to take the name of Mahavira. Because Mahavira runs all the way on the Idanadi and comes and stays here unto the, we can say, the point which is for our superi. And it sees, controls, works out, cleanses, and does all that is required to put a person right after surgery. So we have to be really very thankful to him for doing this kind of work which is very filthy and dirty, because these people don't mind even sitting in the bathroom, like that we can say, or sitting with everything and meditating. They can do anything. They are very dirty people, absolutely dirty. When they become tantrikas, they try all kinds of dirty things, and with that they actually create a problem between themselves and the God. Say they will go to a temple of a goddess and start misbehaving with a woman there. So the goddess will disappear. And once the goddess disappears in that area, they call all these booths from the left side. So now we have all these souls which are hanging in the air, trying to come back to a conscious thing and to possess someone. Plus these, we have these masters of the left side who know how to catch hold of these people and put them on somebody, or to remove from them someone and to put somebody else. So it's a continuous process, and this makes a person absolutely mad and good for nothing. Now when we know all this, still we get caught up on the left side. So we do get caught up. That's why I think this Mahavir Jayanti is a very, very great thing for us to observe. Now why was he called Mahavira? Because only a person like him, Veera means a person who is brave, who is chivalrous. Because only he could do this. So only he could enter into the being fully and could kill, or we can say destroy, those horrible Rakshasas, devils, all these negative things that come to us. Now, as you know, we use left side very much for so many negativity. That is torturing us. But if there is no help, say from Mahavira, we cannot do it. We call the name of Mahavira, we could call him Saint Michael, we can call him by any name, but Mahavira because he was a human being. All this works out because of him. And he is such a great identity. He himself took a birth as a human being, difficult for saints to take birth as human beings. Moreover, you see the whole concept of hell and all that is described in any scripture is a fact. It exists. And if you try to go in there, you see, when I try to go there and to find out, I just go off to sleep sort of thing. In my sleep I find out all the things that are happening about person, how much he's got up, what he's done. It's not an easy thing to do with the conscious mind. You have to take to the subconscious and you have to go into sushupti, in a deeper sleep, to see what's happening in the left side. It's a very funny situation, I think, And for Sahaja Yogis also to enter in it, I would not advise. But one should get rid of the problems of the left side with the help of Mahavira. When this chakra is caught up, what you find is a big lump of bone coming out on the right side. So you have to take the name of Mahavira just to remove that pressure from the left side. Now many people do not even know why they suffer. Why should they suffer when they have done nothing wrong? Because they are possessed. Now even the viruses and all these things like psychosomatic troubles like cancer, all I would say, the incurable diseases are there because we are triggered into the left side. That's why we are suffering from these diseases which are not curable. So we have to thank really very much Mahavira, who has given us this power to remove our left-sided problems, who has given us this light in our hand, which he himself vibrates, and he himself tries to throw some light on the obscure things about me also. Because of him only, we can get cured of so many physical and mental troubles. You know that the left side can be easily cured if you use 3 candle treatment. That shows Mahavira is only fond of light. He doesn't like darkness. And his idea is, I think that way, is to now fully go all the way to clear the left side as far as possible, to help Sahaja Yoga to be established in countries where I find still a lot of this negativity is there. Lot of it. So he is working it out everywhere. And the psychosomatic diseases and all these diseases also we can work it out with candle light and all that. With 3 candles we can do this trick. So we have to be very thankful to him that he has achieved this kind of entry into the left side and has found out for us what sort of problems exist on the left side. It's such a nice thing that we have got today the chance to celebrate his birthday here in a place which is really very much loved by him. Now you may say that Mahavira is sometimes seen as a person who is naked. So it happened that he had gone in a jungle to meditate and to find out about the left side. And when he got up, you see, he got caught up in one of the bushes. And he had to torn off half part of that. When that half part was torn off, then he came out of those bushes and he was all right. But at the same time, Sri Krishna appeared there on the scene as a little boy from a village. And he said that I am a poor man. This little boy said, I am a poor person, I have nothing with me. You are a king, you can always get your clothes. Why don't you give me this half cloth that you have? And they say so that it was given to this boy and who ran away. He was nobody else but Sri Vishnu. And this, you see, Vishnu took away that cloth, and hardly for about 2 seconds or 3 seconds, because he was a king, you see. And he hid himself with leaves and went to his palace and got dressed. But imagine the people, how negative they are. They just walk without clothes. Jainis, they have, you see, all kinds of taboos against all the worms, everything. It's said, these people have started, that if you do not respect these little animals, like you can say even serpent or any animal which is troublesome and bad, but is a human is a living thing, so is to be preserved. Now these Jains are mad. I told you that they have gone to such a limit of vegetarianism that they try to save even the bugs, put the bugs in a hut. And the hut has got a Brahmin there. Now these bugs suck the blood of this Brahmin. And once the Brahmin is completely, I should say, sucked in by these bugs, they fall on the ground. Then they allow the Brahmin to come out and they give him a lot of dakshina, means they give him money as a reward for helping the bugs to suck his blood. This kind of vegetarianism is there. Beware of vegetarians. You see, even Hitler was a vegetarian. So you can imagine what sort of a vegetarianism it is. All these fads of vegetarianism and all that are not at all required. And that's what Mahavira showed in his life, that it is not at all important to bother about food, what issue. See, the whole theory of this vegetarianism has gone to such a nonsensical limits that I have told people that we should give up vegetarianism completely. Now also see the juxtaposition of what he wanted to do. If you do not eat proteins, you cannot fight booths. A person who has booths in him must eat a lot of proteins, not carbohydrates, but proteins, so that it can fight those left-sided enemies. But here it is, they have to be vegetarians. Now imagine there are left-sided enemies within them and they want to be vegetarians. Finished. How will they fight it? So all this is all, we should say, is pre-planned by the person who tries to sort of, we can say like this, that you see a person who tries to remove or we can say that the person who tries to make these lower animals live rather than human beings. You see, there are persons, this is the stupid thing they do. Must know that I cannot give realization to these worms and to these fishes or even to chickens. We require human beings. So all this has happened because of human beings going in juxtaposition of whatever is said. Like Christ has said, thou shalt not have adulterous eyes. And I have yet to come across a Christian who is not a Sahajogi without adulterous eyes, whether it's a woman or a man. So we go just the opposite of what we have been taught. In the case of same thing happened, that Mahavira, what he tried to do was absolutely killed by these people who are trying to make this vegetarianism as a big religion. Also another thing was that this vegetarianism came into Jainism through one fellow called Neminath, who was a Tirthankar at the time of Sri Krishna. He was to be married. In those days they were married, not only but they were eating all kinds of meats. And so many lambs and goats came for the wedding of this man. So he felt that Uparati, we call it, he didn't like, he was disgusted, he was frustrated with that. With that frustration, what did he do? He said, I will not eat meat. And that's how vegetarianism started among Jainis. And that's how it's still going on. And these Jainis, I find, are the joyless people, absolutely joyless. They are so much fond of money, they run after the money and they go on behaving in such a peculiar way that you can't understand. I mean, they are human beings, but the way they behave, you cannot understand them. They are not normal people. So we realize that despite all that Mahavira worked out, still the people are supposed to be his disciples. They are Jains, and they are like this. So what we have to do now is to understand that in Sahaja Yoga we better not do something of that kind. Whatever you are told, you have to understand why it is so. You know the modus operandi, you know each and everything about Sahaja Yoga. You know the whole subject. So it's not proper for you to, in any way, to succumb to any such arguments or any such big talks or big advertisement and take to something that is wrong. It's very important. We are Sajogis. We understand the balance. Of course, I always say that Westerners, for example, maybe Australians also, should take more to carbohydrates because they eat a lot of meat. So they can take to carbohydrates. But that doesn't mean vegetarianism by any chance. I mean to compensate. And in India, I always say they must take to more meats. It's good to do them good. But in by no means I say that you just eat meat and nothing else. But a balance has to be found out. And once you strike it, then you'll be surprised that you feel so relaxed, so much better, so much enlightened, and the vibrations will flow much better than normal. So for food, you have to be careful. Same about with clothes, that you shouldn't go mad after a suit all the time, whether it's hot or cold or indifferent. What you have to do is to wear something that will suit you. Now, for example, in a climate like this, you may require a suit or something to cover yourself. But supposing you are in Ganpatipure, some place like that, where it's not so cold, not so hot, maybe it's dry. So what sort of a dress you should wear which is comfortable, that should be found out. And whatever you find out, that this is such a comfortable dress for us, you better do it. Because what I have seen, many, you see, it's a thing that whenever I tell you something, don't take it to the extremes and don't take a little bit of it. But when I tell you this thing, you must understand that whatever is good for you, whatever is your temperament, whatever is aptitude, you have to take something that will nourish that will improve you and give you a balance. So to balance yourself, if you think of Mahavira, you must think also of Sri Hanuman. Both these things are important. It's not easy to tell all about Mahavira in this short lecture, but I think I have quite connected him now with Serge, and you must have seen to it that how important he is and what an important role he plays. So may God bless you. Just thinking about Mahavira, it's impossible to keep it to the conscious mind. It's just going into the left all the time. Because I just in the car thought I better think about Mahavira. And since then it's all going towards the left. It's so difficult. But it will work out. May God bless you.
We'll meditate for a while. O Divine Mother, Hey Parameshwari, Koti Koti Pranam. Thank you, Srimataji, for allowing us to meditate collectively today. We thank Srimataji from the bottom of our heart. Hey Param Pujya Srimataji, Koti Koti Pranam. Let's prepare for Aarti.
सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जग में संकट कारण कितने दिए अवतार माँ, कितने दिए अवतार। विश्व में तेरी महिमा, विश्व में तेरी महिमा, तू गंगा यमुना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जो भी शरण में आया सुख ही मिला उसको माँ, सुख ही मिला उसको। बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, बैठ के दिल में ओ माँ, लौट के ना जाना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सब जय निरमल माता जी, जय निरमल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ सबको दुआ देना। मानव में अवतर के कर दिया उजियाला, माँ कर दिया उजियाला। कलयुग में माया है, कलयुग में माया है, फिर भी पहचाना माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निरमल माता जी, जय निरमल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ सबको दुआ देना। संत जनों की धरती है भारत माता, माँ है भारत माता। इस धरती पर आकर, इस धरती पर आकर दुख से दूर करना माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निरमल माता जी, जय निरमल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ सबको दुआ देना। जब दिल में आए तब मधु संगीत सुन लो माँ, मधु संगीत सुन लो। हो सके जो सेवा, हो सके जो सेवा हमसे करा लेना माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निरमल माता जी, जय निरमल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी, श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी, श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः बोलो श्री भगवती माता जी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।